Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right now. You ready? Hey, let's get this,
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. Now! Mike! 180! Hey, we're good, we're good! You 180!
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
You're mine. Hey, I 7. championships, baby. Check 15 minutes.
Here's Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But now it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. It's complete to Williams. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Carr going to go on fourth down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Offense, but I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And a nice gain at 21 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Yellow, cars go on, 80. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, ladies.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the combine, running a 4.3 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. On first and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And this is taken in at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's third and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aqib Talib. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
McManus's point after is good. A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle to play on the football.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Down. 180. Right there. 56. Hey, 734. That's it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth-down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr completes it, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Carr now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Kill. 47's the mic. I got one.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On the toss, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Got his man. It's Williams. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he'll be taken down after a short to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Come on, hey, Delta. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Oh, here we go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 33. And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You got nothing today.
Mahomes now to throw. Buying time to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 71 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
And again, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got room. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Rebel is kill, kill, kill. Yellow. Kill, kill, kill. General, flash. Check 49, check 49.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2 to Kelsey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Hardman. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. A handoff right side. It's Washington. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 1-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd and very short, Mahomes. This is caught. Now we have Kelsey, slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Here's Carr to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. And he's going to go down again. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
Try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, Because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On third and long, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let him know, let him know.
Room here to run. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. Kelsey out in the slot right. Another shot from the one on second and goal.
Mike's 47. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another second and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And then he's caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, It's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Carr. This is Shepard on the catch. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his... guys will get the football back.
At their own 3-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds. Able to get it across the 20-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 23-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run it with Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Mahomes firing complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Fight on these two. There's no line. Hey, 43. Hey, Ripley.
They go play fake. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Mahomes going to throw it here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Mecole Hardman, 39 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen.